Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. That's what they need right there. Force one here. Up to Chin, who throws it down. Minkler, good ball fake, gets to the 10. Count it and the foul. Two buzzer beaters to his credit, goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Good! Another! And it's a steal by Soden. Soden to the rim. He's got the layup, and Bedford's got the lead. McGeady drives, Strand open, three-pointer up and in. Wow. And they come up with a steal. O'Connell looking for the flush.
Big guys shoot twos.
Step back, Castro trying to tie the game. Juanena up the sideline, Castigway, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in! Trying to find Bono. Mike with the steal! Mike is going to run off the clock! Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Portsmouth. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. The Portsmouth Clippers and the Pinkerton Astros. An earlier start tonight. Weather on its way in. Several games statewide already postponed. Absolutely. This one originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. They move it up 90 minutes, and we're ready to go at the bottom of the hour. Both teams are undefeated. A big early season tilt and a measuring stick game in a lot of ways for both of these two teams. Pinkerton, of course, fresh off a trip last season to the Division I state championship round. They come out swinging here in 23-24 with 6 blowouts. They've eclipsed 90 points, 4 of those 6, including their last time out, a 94-61 victory at home over Bishop Gert. Portsmouth, they're unbeaten as well, 4-0. Wins over Alvern, Londonderry Central, and Salem. That one a nail-biter in Salem back on Friday night, 73-69 was the final. Both teams are under new leadership this year. First-year head coach Mike Dunham, we spoke with him a couple of weeks back before the break, and we'll get a look tonight at Tyrese Gibbs in year number 1 on the Portsmouth sideline. So Pinkerton, obviously the favorite in the minds of many tonight, Justin, but wouldn't be too shocking if Portsmouth found a way on their home floor to pull it off tonight.
Well, they might find a way to keep it close. I don't think they're going to win. Pinkerton just scores too many points right now. They're trying to run and get more quick shots. Big fella got 52, I think, the other night, if I'm not mistaken, against BG. So if you throw the ball in the paint to him, he's going to score pretty much every time he gets the ball. And I don't think that Portsmouth has really played anybody that scary yet. I think this is their first test. I think for them being undefeated and playing Pinkerton as a first test, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out because we know Bedford's good, we know Pinkerton's good, right? We don't know for sure about anybody else yet, so let's see if Portsmouth, who's also undefeated, let's see how good they are.
Of course, the big fella you're referring to, Jackson Marshall, the 6'9 senior, set a school record in the process of dropping 50-plus the other night. We know his game. He can score inside. He can score outside. He runs the floor well. He's a good passer. And he plays with a bit of a chip on his shoulder as well, kind of a throwback, old-school big man that is not afraid to mix it up in the paint.
No, and, the thing about that is, too, the officials, we have 3 tonight. The Seacoast tends to do 3 for all their games, right? So maybe he'll get a few more calls. I feel bad for guys like that have to play inside because I've had to do it. And you get beat up sometimes when you're bigger than a lot of other guys, and he's really big. And they don't call fouls, assuming the Shaq theory that he can take a few hits. But he's a young guy. He's getting hit pretty hard. Post moves and all these things inside aren't very common anymore. They need to call fouls. When he gets hit inside, they need to call fouls as if he was 175 pounds and 6 feet tall.
Let's step aside. When we come back, starting lineups, national anthem, and then game time at 5:30 here on the East Coast. Portsmouth and Pinkerton coming up next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today. All right, there it is, the national anthem. Getting us set for the tip-off here in the Port City. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Both Pinkerton and Portsmouth looking to stay unbeaten here in early January. Starting lineup, Miles DeYoung and Ryan Schwartz, the senior, sophomore respectively, will play down low for first-year head coach Tyrese Gibbs. In the backcourt, Isaiah Reese, Jackson Jones. Those guys are veterans as well. Reese, though, is a sophomore. Jones, the senior, and another sophomore. 3 of the 5 are 10th graders. Xavier Lampert.
Xavier with a Z.
There you go.
It's very rare.
Then we've got, for Pinkerton,
Xavier.
a familiar unit at this point, Parker Bienvenu Cernuda, will run the show at point, the 5'8" junior guard. Be joined by sharpshooting Christian Brander, 5'10" junior. James Wallace is a 6'3" senior. Charles Luden, co-captain, listed at 6'2". Here's a three up and in, and that's Brander. We saw him drill 6 in the win over Exeter.
Right off the bat.
And he seemingly picks up where he left off a few weeks back.
That's catch and shoot, Nick, right? Catch and shoot right away. They're playing man, too. They like to run. We know they're really trying to improve that run game, and they're getting better and better if you're getting 90-plus points.
And of course, the fifth and final starter, fresh off a 52-point night, is the senior Jackson Marshall. Here's a pull-up jump shot. It's up and in for Isaiah Reese. As I mentioned, part of this talented sophomore group. It's got Portsmouth on the board. It's 3-2 Pinkerton.
They, too, will play man-to-man to start.
Got a standing student section here behind the Clipper bench. Meanwhile, Marshall for three. Going to show you the range from straight away.
Got to get a hand up on the big fella. Make him take you to the basket, right? Make him go by you if you can.
First minute in the books. Pinkerton has scored twice on their first 2 trips. Portsmouth trying to do the same. Up and under, they will. Left-hand finish off the window for Miles DeYoung. One of the veteran leaders playing with some emotion here early as the Clippers are within 2.
Really good pass and cut.
Brander for 3. It's the same spot that he hit one a moment ago from. And that'll lead to an early timeout here from Coach Gibbs.
And what's he want? He wants him to go out and get a hand up and don't give him that shot, right? Make him drive and make him shoot 2s. They want to shoot 3s. Make him shoot 2s.
First 3 attempts from the field are all beyond the 3-point line, including the 2 makes from the wing there for Brander. Brander, of course, one of 2 Branders on the roster for Coach Mike Dunna. Andrew Brander has been in and out of the lineup due to injury. He is dressed tonight.
Yeah, I was curious if he was going to play tonight, so he is on the bench dressed, so that's good. That's a plus.
All right, so out of the timeout, Coach Dunham's going to set up the press here. It's like a 1-2-1-1.
Yep. Try and trap the ball right away. Can't let him go sideline on that.
Left-hand dribble, lost it. Helped out, though, by the sophomore Lampert.
Got to step out of bounds on that trap. Make sure he can't go by. Defender can step out of bounds. A lot of times people don't know that. The defender can step out of bounds if he has to.
Baseline drive. Spin. Tough fadeaway. Won't go, and Marshall has a one-handed rebound. Pinkerton an early 9-4 lead, and they still haven't missed. That's a 3 in the hole for Charles Luden.
They have a lot of guys who can shoot. You got to get a hand up on everyone. They're all 3-point shooters.
Back door. Lampert going to squeeze one in for 2.
He did indeed. Big fella was right there.
Able to split 2 defenders and get his first field goal. Meanwhile, Marshall trying to stay hot, and he will.
They have not missed a shot. That's all. What do we got? 5 threes within 2.5 minutes.
Came ready to shoot.
I love it.
Stepped off the bus, ready to play, and that has been beneficial here for Pinkerton early on this season. Again, they're 6-0, and in 6 of those victories, they've scored 90 or more.
That's because when you have 5 or 6 guys that can all shoot open threes like that, because they've been open, they're not really contested at all. Those are good shots.
First sub comes for Portsmouth. Meanwhile, here's a fadeaway for DeLong.
Good looking shot.
DeYoung has opened up hot himself, 2 for 2. 15-8 Pinkerton. Portsmouth trying to force the first Astro miss. Bienvenu Cernuda did miss fire. Rebound is tipped in the paint, controlled by DeYoung. Outlet taken along the sideline, Cody Ballud, who just checked in. Now a fadeaway finds its way in the hole.
Ducked his head in a little bit, got him up first. That was good, smart play.
Ryan
inside.
Schwartz, lob inside. Here's Marshall trying to go to work, and he will.
And that's where he is absolutely unstoppable in the paint underneath the basket.
Caught it deep in the post, scores off the window. He's got 8 here early on.
Yeah, that's an easy basket for him inside.
17-10 Pinkerton.
I do like how he trails. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I like how he trails on the break. That's where you're going to get wide open shots. As a trailer, you just run behind. Everybody backs up. Boom, you catch it. And he's such a good shooter. He gets those trail threes all the time.
Nearly midway through this first quarter already. Backdoor DeYoung. It's the game's first turnover. Bienvenuto slipped, almost traveled. Ludden will fire an off-balance three in the corner. Long rebound taken off the bounce for Balud. Near side, Balud going to fire and hit the three.
They're hanging in there. Got 13 already. Hanging in.
Long pass up the floor. It's Marshall. Goes into a crowd and had it stripped from behind.
That triple team got away with it. Had a nice steal.
And DeYoung at the other end can't make it happen, but Schwartz left it short on the follow-up. Finally, it's Parker Bienvenu Cernuda who's going to come away with the rebound for Pinkerton. Brander, quick fire. And back and forth we go. Right side, a runner for Reese. Count it, and the foul.
Yeah, that's a good call. He didn't quite get back. Slid in front a little late. Good call. Portsmouth hanging in.
They're within two. A chance to cut that in half here with 3.5 remaining in this first quarter. This crowd is fired up. Despite the early start, again, game time moved up from 7 p.m. to 5:30. That has not deterred the fans.
No, not at all. They're coming in.
It is loud in here, as it usually is. Meanwhile, Reese cannot convert on the three-point play. And now Pinkerton going to walk it the other way. Astros came out 5 for 5, although they've missed their last three. Meanwhile, this one off the defender in the corner. It will stay with Pinkerton.
Yeah, the other Brander brothers checked into the game for the first time. I don't think we haven't seen him play yet. 0.
Well, a little drive and dump goes off the knee of Marshall. Second turnover for Pinkerton. Portsmouth a chance to tie or take the lead. DeYoung trying to get Marshall up in the air, going to pull it out.
Might be able to take him to the basket. Takes him far enough away and attacks.
Deep three.
Ooh.
Side iron miss. Brander able to pinch down and collect for his second rebound. Meanwhile, here is Andrew Brander, a little flat on his first shot attempt off the bench. Reese leaves it. There is Thomas who just checked in. That's Aiden Thomas. Followed up. Count that.
They are getting after it on the offensive glass. Right now, Pinkerton not rebounding well. Portsmouth getting after it on the offensive glass. Probably a big point of emphasis for their coach today, too. Rebound, rebound, rebound.
It's now a 9-2 run by Portsmouth over the last several minutes. They've tied the game at 17, and now Ryan Schwartz, the sophomore, hoping to put them in front for the first time. Schwartz, one of 3 sophomores to crack the starting lineup for first-year head coach Tyrese Gibbs. And the free throw is perfect.
May the Schwartz be with you. Nice shot.
All right, more subs here as both head coaches look to juggle the lineup. Schwartz will sit. Slap high five with his teammates. As we get a look for the first time at Anthony Ferrola, another sophomore in the Portsmouth lineup. Here's a pull-up, and that's good. 17-footer for Andrew Brander. Here's a kid who started a few years back as a freshman at Pinkerton. Went the private school route the last couple of years and then comes back to the Astros and has contributed well in the early part of this season.
Had to earn back that playing time too, right?
Yeah. Tough to crack this lineup. Here's a steal. Up ahead, Cernuda behind the back across the paint. Brander going to skip it near side, and the point guard recontrols. Both teams with a couple of giveaways early. This is a blocked shot. That's got Ferrola excited, able to swat that one with his right hand.
Man on the out of bounds. Let's see if Portsmouth goes inside. Double team on the big fella. Got a screen to get him open.
Fadeaway, Ludden in and out. Marshall the tip, no. Third try is the charm.
Good rebound, good putback.
Marshall in double figures already with 10 here in this first quarter. Final 100 seconds. Now it's Pinkerton's turn to chant defense from the sideline. Ferrola trying to challenge Marshall in the post. Whipped it back out. Good save by DeYoung. Coach Gibbs raises his right hand trying to call out the play.
Cernuda in there with his hands reaching. He's going to get called for a foul here coming up if he's not careful, but God, he's got quick hands.
Well, trying to go one-on-one is Reese.
Yep.
And that's a 5-second violation.
Too much dribbling, Nick. Too much dribbling.
Well, that's a rule that sometimes gets overlooked. You have to show penetration within 5 seconds, and the officials did not feel that was the case. And that's the third Portsmouth turnover.
Yeah, he was just kind of there already down low and just wouldn't pass the ball. He was trying to be big.
Brander for three. That's Christian's third from downtown. The junior is on fire. It's 24-18.
And nobody was even close to him on that play.
Coach Gibbs continuing to try and direct the offense from the sideline. DeYoung, the senior, bailed out by the sophomore. Reese going to go back to DeYoung on a skip pass. Whipped inside for Thomas. Goes up against Marshall but misses on the back iron. And Marshall has his third rebound for Pinkerton. Meanwhile, a foul in the backcourt is going to be called against DeYoung. He got tangled up there with Bienvenu Cernuda.
Got to get back.
Meanwhile, both these head coaches continuing to cycle in players almost at every whistle at this point.
I know, right? Quite a few subs.
DeYoung is going to sit, and Princeton Daniel, senior guard, is on.
And they weren't ready for that. You see that? The defense was not set up. They got the ball in. Boom, he gets a wide open shot with another three.
He's got 13 here in this first half, and coincidentally, he's on pace for 52. Meanwhile, that one is up and in.
On pace.
This Princeton Daniel doesn't need any time to get warm. Meanwhile, Brander has been on fire, and he knocks in another from downtown to beat the buzzer. 4 made three-pointers for the junior. Pinkerton making a statement, 30 points through 8 minutes of play. Their largest lead on the board as we get set for the second quarter. Portsmouth looks to come back with a counterpunch when we come back. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Oh, very hot shooting on display through 8 minutes here in Portsmouth. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham. Pinkerton knocked down 6 threes collectively in that first quarter, 4 of them off the hand of junior Christian Brander. So we have a turnover here. 8 made threes by Pinkerton. Jackson Marshall with 13 points in that first quarter, and Christian Brander right behind him with 12.
Unbelievable shooting in the first quarter.
Meanwhile, a backcourt violation is called.
Not sure he stepped back. Maybe the Wizard can show us that. He got fouled. He got bumped. I don't know if he stepped back behind half court or not.
Coach Mike Dunham thinking the same here as he gives the officials a piece of his mind.
No, he didn't step back at all.
So Portsmouth may have caught a break there.
That's not a good call. You know, you can say that every once in a while when it's blatant. That's just not a good call. He missed that.
Here's a three. Up and in. That's Jackson Jones. He only started to go scoreless in that first quarter. Gets his first bucket from deep, and Portsmouth back within 7. Ludden trying to answer, cannot. And the rebound ripped away by Daniel. Fancy move at midcourt. Goes all the way for 2.
And now Portsmouth is trying to press and trap the ball so you can try to slow down the break. But then
5
that
unanswered by Portsmouth. Meanwhile, Marshall is going to lay it in.
Got away with maybe a travel, but let it go.
A little bit of a hop on the catch.
A little bit. Thought about dunking it, but no, that's a better option to lay it in for him.
Marshall with 15 points coming off a career-high 52 and a Pinkerton school record in the win over Bishop Girton. Good extra pass here that frees up Jones. A good look, but it rattles high off the backboard before Bienvenu Cernuda comes away with it. It's going to go all the way. Wrap-around pass. In the corner is Andrew Brander. I went around the rim and out. And there again is another rebound for Daniel. He's made an impact off the bench.
Yeah, he
4 points and a couple of boards.
Pushed the ball, attacked the basket. He's done a good job coming off the bench.
Here's Jones, rejected. Second try for Schwartz, no good. Jackson is there. He goes down, and a foul is called, and look out. Some extracurricular activity in the backcourt. The officials are going to break this one up. Let's get the crowd excited.
Just kind of jumped on top of him, didn't he? There's again, big fella. Now, if they don't call that, that's not on the big fella. Has the ball in his hands, goes down. They jump on his arm. Okay, that's an obvious foul, yeah.
And they're going to get Schwartz with the foul.
Good call.
And that'll be it.
Love to see the big man on the floor, though. Love that. There's the press again from Portsmouth.
The lead is 7. Nearly 2 minutes gone by. Jackson the steal. Jones the fadeaway.
Can't lob the ball on a press against the press.
Meanwhile, another Pinkerton turnover as Jones gets on the floor.
Coach is upset. He got tripped. Cernuda got tripped. Got the ball back.
Couple of giveaways, and a good bounce pass leads to a Ludden layup. Well, defense, the name of the game on that possession. Ultimately, it pays off for Pinkerton as they extend the lead to 7, 34-27. Skip pass. Jones is open. Deep three up and in.
Wow, Pinkerton coming out trying to play a little zone and try and trap high. Again, too much dribbling.
And another steal. Jones, the layup, no, with the left. It's poked out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Clippers. Well, Coach Dunham on his feet now, trying to settle his guys down a bit. Only 2 giveaways in that first quarter for the Astros, but 3 here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter.
Little wild and woolly. When teams press, it tends to happen. You know, you have to sort of practice against that so you get better at handling the ball.
There's a 3 in the corner, too strong for James Wallace, who just checked in. But Andrew Brander is there on the weak side and will head to the free throw line.
Good offensive rebound. Yeah, very erratic play the last few minutes. And I think almost looks to me like Portsmouth wants to play that way. To me, that's the way it looks. Yep. Pinkerton is running up and down. They want to run and try and get quick shots, but most of their stuff is, get a quick 3. Boom, a wide open 3. Portsmouth just wants to push, and run and press.
It's been an up-tempo first half.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, Brander hears it from the crowd. It does not affect the senior. As he knocks down his first free throw attempt of the night. Spent the last 2 seasons at Bradford Christian Academy. Meanwhile, substitution for the Clippers. As Reese returns, Devin Driscoll, the junior who just checked in a moment ago, heads back to the sideline. Meanwhile, Brander goes 2 for 2.
Back to the press.
It's the first trip to the line for Pinkerton in this first half. Meanwhile, another backcourt violation. This time it's against Portsmouth.
That's an over and back call.
Anthony Ferrola, as you see there, at his left foot over the line. So each team, by my count, Justin, with 5 turnovers in this first half.
Seemed good to me.
Marshall wants the ball, going to hand it over to Andrew Brander. Finds his brother, who's going to hoist this one from way downtown.
That was from the volleyball line. Man, he's feeling it.
What a 30-footer.
He is feeling it.
His 5th made 3 of this first half. Again, he had 6 in 4 quarters in the game we saw against Exeter. Meanwhile, layup won't go for Daniel, but it will for Ryan Schwartz.
They're attacking the big fella at the basket, trying to get him fouls. Oh, my goodness, he hit another one. He hit another one. He got 6.
He's got 6 in the first half.
He did this the other day at Pinkerton. Remember, he had 5 or 6 in the first half against Exeter.
Yep. Finished with 6 made in that one, but he's already matched that performance in this first half with still 4.5 remaining. Meanwhile, easy layup for Ryan Schwartz. He's been the high man for Portsmouth now with 9.
And a silly foul. Silly foul in the backcourt.
A quick whistle.
Jackson Jones with a silly foul.
Yeah, a little bit of a push there. That's his 2nd and the team's 3rd here in this second quarter.
They're doing what they're supposed to do, though. You're attacking the big fella, trying to get him in foul trouble. He doesn't jump really well, but he has a big presence, right? But you still have to attack him and make him play some defense tonight, right? You got to make him play D.
Yeah, no fouls yet against Pinkerton in this second quarter. As we see there, that one went off the right foot of the Portsmouth player, went all the way up to the 10th row here.
That's quite the kick. Soccer player?
Must be.
Perhaps.
Here's the 1-2-2. Going to try to beat it with the long pass. Marshall ends up with it at the top of the key, and that's a sweet spot for him. Another from deep. Marshall, meanwhile, has hit 4 3-pointers.
This is the most incredible three-point shooting percentage game I've seen in quite a long time.
I agree. Drive and kick. Daniel trying to line one up from deep. That won't happen. Rebound, Andrew Brander trying to power out. Goes right to the rim. Left it short. Coming the other way is Reese. Rejected by Marshall.
Great block by the big fella getting back.
It's his second block of this first half.
You got to make them change their shot, right? All you have to do is make them change their shot and get blocks when you can.
Inside fade. Marshall, good defense there. Pulls in his 5th rebound. Largest lead on the board for Pinkerton. An 11-point edge with 3.5 to go until halftime. Andrew Brander, a little bit of room. It's closed off. Back up top, the point guard with a little scooper high off the glass.
A little spin on that one.
First bucket for Parker Bienvenu Cernuda.
Say that fast 3 times.
Speedy, 5'8" junior, has played well in this first half. Meanwhile, drive and dump. No, they're going to wave it off. A foul on the catch. Portsmouth will inbound on the baseline. That's the first team foul against the Astros here in the period. The second personal against James Wallace.
Yeah, they do sub a lot. Portsmouth in and out, in and out. Keeping guys fresh.
Teak Getman just checked out. Didn't even see him check in. He was not on the floor for long. We see the sophomore Xavier Lampert back on. He's going to fire a 3. He's going to miss twice. Kept alive by DeYoung in the paint. This one rolls to the Pinkerton bench, and it's last touch by the Clippers.
Good work inside. That was a two-handed, almost looked like a two-hand set volleyball tip in. Didn't quite get in, but it was a good attempt.
The lead at 13. Ludden threatening to make it 16. That one no good. A race to the corner is won by the Clippers' Daniel, and a foul is called in the backcourt against Ludden.
Those usually occur when you miss the shot. You get a little frustrated. They haven't missed very many. I almost don't think every time they shoot it, I don't think they're going to miss, but that's a little frustration foul for missing the shot.
You see the reach along the sideline there. So 2 team fouls against Pinkerton, and the first there against Ludden. 47-34. Clippers trying to chip away at this lead before halftime. Inside out, Lampert, a good look. Left it flat. And it clangs off the side iron out of bounds back to Pinkerton.
You know, Portsmouth is playing hard, but they're still down 13. Down 13, they're playing hard. Now we're subbing guys in that aren't supposed to be coming in yet. There is mass confusion here on the sideline.
Yeah, they're going to, I believe, tell Anthony Ferroli's going to have to wait here. He came over to the scorer's table a split second late, so he's down on one knee waiting to come into the game. Meanwhile, Astros are back to a man-to-man. I'm sorry, the Clippers on the defensive end in a man. There's a 3, and that is number 7 for Christian Brander.
He's going for some kind of record. Is there a record for three-pointers in a game or a half or in the state? There has to be a record somewhere that he's either achieved or going for tonight.
I would agree. Pull up for Reese. That's pretty.
You can't exchange 2s for 3s, though. You got to get out and make him. I mean, if I'm the coach right now, I'm going at halftime. I go, that guy makes another 3. You're going to sit down. We're going to have another guy come in, guard him, and you make him drive.
Cernuda got the step, but traveled.
Traveling violation.
Looked like he dragged that back foot a little bit there as he entered the paint.
Looked like the Euro, kind of, but it's. I can't tell when the Euro is a travel, when it's not. It's extra step. You get 2. You used to get 1.5, you know.
Right.
Now you get a full 2.
Sometimes 3, depending on who you ask.
You can watch. Some guys will give you 3. You're absolutely right.
Backdoor feed broken up. Brander trying to tiptoe the line.
No.
Had a sneaker on the line, out of bounds.
No, that was a very blatant two-hand push from Portsmouth to knock down Ludden, I believe. Wow. Missed the ball and just shoved him out of bounds.
And the officials have let them play here in this first half. In and out 3, no good. Offensive rebound for Schwartz, no. Tip towards the corner. Andrew Brander gets there. And now a travel is called.
Dempsey, right? Yeah, he just came in. Snuck in on us again. We had another guy sneak in.
Yep.
Dempsey.
You can see there, moved the feet before he put it on the floor.
You said point of emphasis in these travels, and I'm telling you, you're right. I don't know, the Seacoast does things a little bit wonky, but you had it right with that point of emphasis.
Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally by the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Pinkerton came out red hot. They hit their first 5 from the floor, all from downtown. Christian Brander has been the story here with 7 made threes.
Yeah,
Jackson Marshall.
12, Nick. They have 12.
Yeah, they've got 12 collectively.
In the half. The half's
in this
not
first
over.
Half.
12.
And, of course, Jackson Marshall has been Jackson Marshall. 18 points, 5 rebounds already for Pinkerton. Portsmouth, they've hung around. Thanks to the strong sophomore class, Ryan Schwartz is the high man with 9 points and 3 rebounds.
I like that Jackson has confidence, though, where he can kind of leak out sometimes, and he knows that his teammates are going to get the rebound, where he should, most of the time, you want him to stay there. But, hey, he shoots so well, you want to get him the ball.
Right. DeYoung with a runner, misplaced it. And then a foul on the weak side rebound attempt is going to go against Portsmouth.
No, he did call a foul. I thought he was just calling the ball out of bounds.
And they're going to get Schwartz for an over the back.
I'll tell you what. New coach, Tyrese Gibbs?
Yep.
He's got these kids playing really hard.
Yeah.
They are crashing the offensive boards, which is really hard to convince kids to do sometimes. It's one shot and go, right?
Of course, Gibbs has got the pedigree at the NCAA level as a player down the road at UNH not too long ago. Meanwhile, here's Marshall inside for 2 more to give him 20.
That's that one-on-one inside. You got a smaller man, you throw him the ball every dang time.
52-36. Pinkerton in a 2-3 zone. Skip pass, corner 3, up and in. Schwartz, he's come ready to play. Brings Portsmouth within 13 again. Meanwhile, Ludden, that's a good move. The co-captain goes off the window for his second field goal.
They don't miss. They really have barely missed this half. It's an incredible shooting performance by a team in a half. It's absolutely incredible.
What would you say, over 60%?
Oh,
easy?
Easily. Yeah. And we're not doing those kind of stats, but they've only missed a few shots.
Final 10 seconds. Clippers want the last shot. Schwartz gets inside of Marshall, got him in the air. This one counts, and the foul.
Can't swing, got to be smart. Cut him off. Don't let him go.
It'll be the first on Marshall.
That's what he was trying to do. They'll get it from behind. It was actually not that hard for him to do.
Schwartz has got 14 of his own here.
Man.
Chance for one more with just inside of 5 seconds remaining until halftime. Coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard, all the good stuff.
You get a shot with 4.7. They're going to get a shot off.
Marshall,
right
deep
there.
3, back iron miss.
Oh, my goodness.
And that will do it.
That's the first one he's missed. He has 4. I think he's 4 for 5 from 3.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe Chris Brander, I think he might have missed one, and he's 7 for 8, maybe.
I'm not so sure about that.
You think he got 2, 7 for 9?
I'm thinking 7 for 7. I don't remember a miss,
I
but
think he missed one, but his brother was in, so I'm not sure his brother missed one. They look kind of similar.
either way,
Oh man!
an outstanding shooting
What
performance
the heck, Nick?
by Christian Brander. All right,
Oh man!
we're going to try and tally up all these threes, all these twos. Not a whole lot of free throws.
Oh no!
But we're going to
there's
get you the
not.
stats here in just a moment. 54-42 Pinkerton. Battle of the unbeatens here in this early January tilt on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Coming up, stats, highlights, analysis, abbreviated out-of-town scoreboard, and more next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, back here at halftime, Pinkerton shooting lights out here on the road, leading Portsmouth 54-42 in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. We were talking off air. It's been a while since we've seen a team shoot this well. Don't have the team stats handy, but safe to say somewhere between 60 and 70% shooting overall in that first half by the Astros.
100%. Absolutely. I've never seen a shooting performance that, because they haven't had, we got 12 threes, and we have 4, 6, 8 twos. 12 threes and 8 twos, and then we have 2 free throws. And they haven't missed a shot. I mean, when I was coaching at Goffstown, we got 100 a couple times, like 3 times. And we did it mostly by their running. We did it by getting steals, getting layups, getting threes. But a lot of it came off the break and the chaos that you create and getting steals. These guys just shoot better than any team I've seen. This is why Bedford and Pinkerton is going to be very interesting, because Bedford shoots well. A couple of them do. They don't shoot. They don't have 2 guys that shoot as well as those 2 guys. They have more athletes, I think, overall. But this year is going to be different because I think they can push Bedford and try and run up and down with them a little bit. Last year they couldn't. This year they can.
That was the
championship game,
game back in March of 2023, and both teams off to an unbeaten start in Division I. We saw Bedford tested back on Friday night before eventually securing an 81-76 win over Nashua North. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Of course, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we are.
The channel is FNLNH Media. Again, Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire on YouTube. FNLNH Media is the handle. All right, third quarter looming here, Justin. Any major adjustments either way?
Yeah, absolutely. If I am Coach, what we got? What's his name? I all of a sudden drew a blank.
Gibbs.
Coach Gibbs. If I'm Coach Gibbs, I told my guys in the locker room, you make those guys go to the basket. You go out and you close out, you put a hand up in their face, and you say, you're not shooting threes. You're going to have to go to the basket and go around me and get a 2. You can't give up 12 threes and expect to win the game in the second half. You can't give up 8 threes. You have to make them drive. And in turn, if Pinkerton comes out and they don't shoot quite as well as they did in the first half, then what do they have to do? They have to attack the basket, go inside to the big guy, and try and get easier baskets than just chucking threes. So this all depends upon, can Portsmouth slow them down with those 12 three-pointers? I'm still blown away by that in the first half. And they didn't miss but one, I don't think. So Portsmouth has the work cut out for them here in the second half to try and stop that barrage of threes.
Marshall with 20. Christian Brander with 21 for Pinkerton. The high man and the lone man in double figures for Portsmouth is the sophomore Ryan Schwartz, who had 15 points in the first half. Meanwhile, this one opens with an air ball, and that's got the Portsmouth student section
they missed one.
Excited.
Hey, they get excited. They missed one. Okay. Missed one. That's 1 or 2 that they've missed. But did we have a hand up? That was a deep 3 to start the quarter. You got to warm up a little bit, too. So you just can't come out and chuck them up, right? You got to warm up a little bit.
Astros opening up defensively in a man-to-man.
Trying to run a little flex, post up on the far side. Flex cut, I think, early. I missed the beginning.
Got a foul on the catch here. Schwartz was bumped off the block. First team foul either way here in the second half. That's number 3.
Is that on
against
Wallace?
The Astros, James Wallace, yes.
That's why we didn't see him much in the first half. He disappeared. He went, and once he sat down, he never got back up.
He's going to sit here as well, less than a minute in.
He's an impact player in that game against Exeter.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Clippers trying to make it a single-digit game again with a 3 from Reese. It won't go, and Marshall is there on the track down in the corner. Good bounce pass here, leads to a Ludden layup. Charles Ludden starting to get his numbers as well. 9 points. The assist there for Bienvenu Cernuda. 56-42. This one is waved off. Offensive foul.
Big Jackson Marshall taking a charge. You don't see that. You don't see that very often either.
A good heads-up play there. Able to get square and draw the contact there as Reese came barreling into him.
He was set. He was set. That's a bold move. I'm running away from that. I mean, Jay Gorham's way too hurt to be doing that.
Pinkerton a chance to match their largest lead from the first half. Just over a minute gone by. Backdoor, there's Marshall.
Great little cut, little screen there. They didn't see it. Got to see it. Got to see your man the ball. You can't take your eyes off.
He's now the game's high man with 22. 16 is the bulge. Reese fades to his left, leaves it short. This one batted to Bienvenu Cernuda.
I'm giving Ludden that rebound on the tip, control tip.
Three-pointer Marshall. Side iron. Misfires that out of bounds.
A rare miss. I thought he got hit. A rare miss.
No, Marshall thought he was hit as well.
I think he might have got bumped on the arm on that shot. That's why he missed it.
Meanwhile, skip pass. Jones, who found the stroke for a brief time in that first half, hit a couple of threes. Not quite ready for the bounce pass with Schwartz.
Schwartz, a lot of shoving after the play's over. He's done it a couple times. The referee's got to contain that. Guys are going to get angry. That shove after the play, when you lose the ball, guys are going to get angry.
2 minutes in, third quarter. Portsmouth yet to score since halftime. Pinkerton hoping to extend their largest lead. Here's Andrew Brander in the corner. Draws a double team, a good pass. Leads to an open three in the corner, won't go. Marshall, one-handed tip. Follows his own
and
miss.
He got hit.
And almost got that one to go. The smiling senior will head to the free throw line.
That's a rare miss for him around the basket, too. He got hit a couple times.
Working on a double-double at this point, 22 and 8. After a couple of boards there on the offensive end.
This is really important right now, though. Portsmouth has to get some stops. They got to slow it down. It's already a 16-point lead. You can't let it get much more than that. Otherwise, you start grasping and you start making mistakes and kind of,
Perhaps a pivotal point in the game.
Oh, huge right now. Within the next 3 or 4 minutes, this is huge.
Well, Coach Gibbs may be sensing that. He's going to bring on Princeton Daniel, the senior guard, who brought some energy off the bench in that first half.
Oh, he played really well in the first half.
Officials are going to say, hang on a minute.
Why are they blowing guys in, though, when they're not supposed to? I don't. And now the rhythm, Marshall's rhythm is kind of screwed up.
Yep. It's his first trip to the line tonight.
Did he make both? I don't even know what happened.
He missed the first, he hits the second.
Right? A rare free throw miss for him as well, too.
So 17 the lead for the first time.
That's big. Got to cut it down now to about 8 if you want to have a chance to win.
Clippers need some offense. Daniel trying to give it to him, and he will.
He was instant offense in the beginning. Pushed the ball down the floor, got guys shots. And if you're going to press, you got to contain.
It's his third field goal. Meanwhile, Ludden, a jump stop, leaves it for Brander, and that three is in the hole.
Oh, there he is again. Coach, get a hand up, player. Get a hand up.
Christian Brander's 8th made three-pointer.
Gee whiz.
24 points, all from downtown. The lead 18 for the first time. DeYoung going to pull it out.
And I'm not a dirty coach, but maybe foul him if you're a player. From a player's perspective, I'm fouling him. I'm going to make him think about shooting on me again. If he's going to do that, I'm going to go up and I'm going to foul him. I'm going to knock him down. If he makes it, that's the way it goes.
Got to do something.
Disrupt his rhythm. So, young players, I'm not encouraging people to be, violent, but you have to disrupt his rhythm somehow. How are you going to do it? Maybe just foul him on the shot, knock the ball, knock his hand away. You don't have to hurt him, but just foul him and then make him think about it the next time he has to shoot it. He's just too wide open.
Here's a good move and a better block.
Great block.
Marshall able to deny Schwartz. Brander finds Ludden. Pinkerton going to reset.
There
they
he is
work
again.
the perimeter. Three-pointer for Christian Brander is off target. Marshall, a good effort there, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
Careful, big fella. Careful. We can't lose the big fella. Careful.
Slammed into the door, and now hears it from these Portsmouth fans.
Oh, come on. Don't be bitter. There's no bitterness allowed.
These Clipper fans have stayed on the Astro players.
Oh, man. I'm telling you. Booing and all kinds of stuff.
Nearing the midway point, third quarter. Pull up, no. Tip, no. And this one rolls out of play and will stay at this end.
That volleyball tip, they have a volleyball team, I believe, here in Portsmouth, a men's volleyball team. That's a definite volleyball tip he just did.
He's got 4 rebounds.
He's bouncy.
DeYoung with a drive. And a foul on the shot. It was knocked to the ground, got hit on the wrist. A little bit of body as well.
And right now our lead's at 18. Remember what I said. You got 4 minutes right now. Portsmouth has to get the lead down to about 8 in the fourth quarter. If you're going to beat Pinkerton, like Bedford, you got to keep them within your grasp.
Yep.
If they get too far ahead, then they just start pushing, and then the game's over. That almost happened the other night with Nashua, but Nashua hung in there with Bedford. Yeah. So right now, Portsmouth has about 4 minutes to kind of get back in the game.
Meanwhile, a rare trip to the line for either team.
No.
Only 2 attempted free throws each way in that first half. It's the first trip to the line in the third quarter for Portsmouth. DeYoung goes 1 for 2. Clippers will press. The Astros will break it with a Ludden layup. No. The tip, no. Third try, you bet.
2. Nice play by the other Brander brother with 2 offensive rebounds in that play and a basket.
He's got 6 points, 4 boards off the bench. Lobbed inside. Marshall blocks that one again.
Good block.
He's got 4 now.
Kick it to him. He's the trailer.
Brander halfway down and out. Jackson. Marshall tried to tip it. Now the ball loose near midcourt. Daniel comes away with it for Portsmouth across the lane. The layup, no. But again, a foul is called as Schwartz.
He wasn't there?
Was hit.
Good. Almost. We'll have to take another look. The Wizard will play that again. We can see that if there's a charge.
You see Christian Brander, the lone man, back.
Nope. He went up a little bit, moved to the left.
On the toes. Looked like lifted the heels a bit.
Yep.
And leaning a bit to the left as well. So back to the line for Ryan Schwartz. Went 2 for 2 in that first half, but misses this one.
I know you're taking those charges, Nick, when you play now. I know you're taking them. I'm not taking them anymore, but you're taking them. You got to learn how to take those, correctly. You watch guys, you wait until you get right there and they're about ready to touch you, and you just fall down with a touch. Like watch Kobe and Jordan and those guys. When they took them, barely got a bump, fell down.
It is a bit of a lost art. We used to practice that.
Oh, yeah. You probably practiced diving on the floor, though, as well, didn't you? Now you can't do that.
Look out. Getting airborne there was Devin Driscoll, the junior guard who just checked in, and he landed hard under the basket.
Leave a mark on that for sure. Good. Hey, great pump fake. Got to stay on the ground.
The crowd goes quiet as we get another look. There's the ball fake, and the youngster went flying.
That's upper back level. Hope he's okay.
Coach Gibbs is on the floor.
His head looked like it didn't hit the ground, though. He kind of kept it up, which is a good thing for concussion protocol and safety. So I could say that from here, it looked like his head didn't hit the ground.
Right. The athletic trainer, Shamara Al-Darajari Temple, is checking out the player, and I think he's about to get up. We hope. He's sitting up at least.
I think
that's a good development.
He'll be okay.
And again, the crowd has gone quiet here with just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pinkerton out in front by their largest lead, 66-46.
Well, 3 minutes. If I'm Portsmouth, I'm pressing. I'm trying to make some chaos occur, get the ball back.
And a good sign as Devin Driscoll is going to walk off the floor under his own power with the trainer and the head coach.
That's the problem, though, with trying to block too many shots, right? Everyone thinks they can block shots, too, right? If you stay on the ground, in this case, he's going to end up shooting. Well, he shouldn't even be able to shoot free throws. Ball should be out of bounds because he never put the ball up. If they give him 2 shots, I'd be shot. They are going to give him 2 shots. That's not a 2-shot foul. He never shot the ball. It's out of bounds. They counted the basket. No, they did. They're giving him 1 shot. They counted the basket. How'd they do that? He pump faked him, he left, and he shot it after the fact.
Unless there's something I didn't see.
No,
I think you're right.
there's nothing we didn't see. That's not a...
Well, Coach Dunham's not going to disagree.
Wow. That's his first 2-pointer, by the way, and he got a regular 3-point play, right?
So it's 67-46.
That's not a good call. If I'm Coach Gibbs, I'm fired up. Look, I think he's going to ask him right now. Why did he get 1 shot? We didn't get a basket.
Right. Okay, we got a timeout here on the floor. Coach Gibbs is having a word with the officials. As we mentioned, a 3-man crew tonight.
Yeah, how do you miss that?
Bill Hospin, Kevin Sullivan, Greg Norris.
They missed that. If they don't change that, they missed that call. He should have got no shots, ball out of bounds.
Well, here is Coach Gibbs. He's working his way to midcourt here to extend his argument. I think you're right. First of all, I don't think the shot was ever taken. Never mind made.
He shot it.
Did he?
After the fact, well, he just stood there. Guy goes over, he shoots it, and then goes. He thought he got the basket. So if we can get a replay on that from the Wizard, I guarantee you he shot it, but he didn't get fouled. Well, he got fouled, but he got fouled on the ground. It's not like NBA
and the shot
continuation.
came well after.
Oh, way after. He's on the ground, then he
fall.
shot the ball. So if the Wizard can find that replay going back a minute or two, then that'd be curious to see it again.
All right, here we go.
One more time. Take a look. Here's the pump fake. Look, he goes over, comes down, then he shoots it after the fact.
All right, there's the basket.
That's
and
after
they're
the
saying
fact.
Count it.
That's terrible. That is terrible. He pump fakes him. He goes over the top. He doesn't shoot it. No motion. Shoots it after the fact.
Right.
I'm with Coach Gibbs on that.
Here's a steal. One Brander to the other, and the senior Andrew is going to score with the right hand.
Good move. Good little hesitation at the end.
This one's starting to get away from Portsmouth as Pinkerton has opened up a commanding 69-46 lead as we head towards 2 minutes to go in the third. DeYoung a three short. Swartz is there for the follow.
They continue to shoot like this, they're going to end up trying to get that 100 again.
Yeah, they've broken 94 the first 6 games, but have not eclipsed 100. Finished with 99 against Exeter. Here's a three. And when short, into the corner it goes. Somebody slapped it.
Yep.
And they're saying last touched
Off Daniel.
by the Clippers.
We're playing here a little man on the out of bounds, which I'm not a fan of. Like to see a zone out of bounds.
There's
then
Marshall.
You don't get that.
He called for it and he got it up top.
You don't get those when you play zone out of bounds. Those don't happen as easily.
25 for Marshall. Going to challenge this re-shot, but there he is on the weak side. It's Schwartz. Been the high man with 19 for Portsmouth. 6 rebounds as well. Marshall, a no-look, sets up Christian Brander, who finds the hole.
Yeah, he missed a couple there. Now he's back.
Another 3. How about 9 made threes for the junior?
Jeez.
I think most kids would be happy with 9 made threes in a season.
I think you're right. That is the current trend. Everybody just fires up threes. Another turnover.
Well, these have been good looks. Here's Ludden. Daniel is there and got a piece of the wrist.
Good
Foul
effort,
is
though.
called. He did prevent the basket.
Yeah, good effort. I thought for sure Ludden was going to give that back real quick, and they would have got an easier layup.
Yeah, they had numbers. You can see 3-on-1.
Right back, gets a layup. Yeah, he got him on the arm. Easy call. Easy call on the replay. The Wizards always there.
Second foul on Daniel. And now 4 team fouls each way. So both teams up against the limit here with 1:09 remaining. Free throw is good for Ludden. He's in double figures now with 10, the third Astro to do so.
7 free throws. When you play like this, too, when you shoot a lot of threes, you don't get as many free throws. That's just kind of how it works.
Right. Meanwhile, Marshall going to take his first seat with his team up 25. He's going to get a drink of water at the head of the bench.
He rarely comes out, even when they're ahead.
Right.
He must be tired. A little bit of fatigue.
Quick 3. No. Daniel, yes.
God, he has really been a good spark off the bench for them. I play him more.
How about 8 points and 5 boards?
He's been really good.
Final 45 seconds. Andrew Brander going to rise and score. Well, he's looked good in his own right. He's the 4th Astro to double figures now with 10.
And he looked a little tired in the first half when he was trying to get back a couple times. Like he's still trying to get in shape from his injury. He kind of jogged back one time, and I thought, ooh, he looks fatigued.
Daniel, long 2. Halfway down and out. Ripped away by Aiden Thomas. It was poked loose and turned back over to Pinkerton. Brander going to fire a 3 in transition, a little off balance. Daniel, a muscle rebound for Portsmouth. Back and forth we go. Reese, double pump, no, but a foul.
Silly foul. Dempsey, right? 11? It's a silly foul.
And we see Connor Dempsey, the sophomore, I believe check in for the first time here, is going to be hit with his first.
Will we see Jackson Marshall again?
That's the question. His club up 25 here. Pretty safe lead on the board.
We don't know what kind of bench really Pinkerton has with without they have their top 7. We don't know what the rest of their bench can really do. Maybe 8. Let's see. We give them 1, 2, 3. Yeah, top 8, 9 maybe. Well, because we forget about our man Wallace over there who has 3 fouls, who hadn't even seen the floor again after he got his 3rd foul. They can get him in now.
1 for 2 trip for Reese. Final shot here for Pinkerton. Inside, left layup, no. And then this one is going to roll off the rim, and that will do it. Pinkerton looking good. They stay hot after halftime. They've been led by the combo of Christian Brander and Jackson Marshall. Those two combining for about 50 of Pinkerton's 77. 8 minutes remaining. Portsmouth looking for one final effort. The Astros looking to leave the gym undefeated. What will happen? We'll find out next. 4th quarter on the way. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Start of the 4th quarter here in Portsmouth. The Astros leading the Clippers 77-53 in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Astros came out red hot in this battle of unbeatens. This kid has been worth the price of admission all by his lonesome. How about 10 made threes for the junior Christian Brander? He now has a game-high 33 points, and his club leads by 27 for the first time. Thomas, offensive rebound, drop step. The left-hand layup is short, and this one last touched by the Astros.
Well, we said when we were talking a minute ago, right, that Portsmouth at least kept Pinkerton, to 2 3-pointers that quarter. So that's an improvement. They have 80 points, but they didn't shoot, 5 or 6 or 7 or make more, 3-pointers that quarter.
Jones for 3. Extra pass freed him up in the corner. But the shot too strong, and Christian Brander has the weak side rebound, is 4th.
And there he
this
goes
one
again
from downtown. No, Marshall is there for the cleanup.
With the rebound and the cleanup. Now we have the starters back in, with the exception of Wallace, who hasn't been back in yet.
He's been in foul trouble.
I mean, you're ahead. What are we up by now? 29, so maybe you get him back in?
Step back 3 for Reese. No good. Contested rebound for Andrew Brander, trying to power out, lost the dribble. And it's turned over to Schwartz. Now bodies on the floor. Brander had it. This one rolls out of play and goes back to Portsmouth.
I have him for 8 turnovers, which isn't too bad. Just playing this way, 8 turnovers is not that bad. If you have him for more, I might have missed a couple. But
I've got 8 for Pinkerton and 8 for Portsmouth.
That's not bad. I mean, even you're, getting beat by 29, but Pinkerton, when you play this way and you shoot a lot of shots and you play kind of fast, you get more turnovers. 8's really good.
Here's a zone look from Pinkerton. They've mixed up the defensive looks between man and zone. Here's a 3. Reese up and in.
They needed that.
From the corner.
They needed it.
Sophomore has played well. He's got 9. And the Clippers not ready to fold their tent just yet.
No,
82-56 with 2 minutes gone by in the 4th.
Got to get the lead. Got to cut the lead down to at least, low double digits.
Marshall for 3, short.
A rare miss.
7th rebound for Daniel. Reese, little pull-up teardrop banker is good.
A little lackadaisical on defense. Pinkerton now you're up by this many, you tend to slow down a little bit.
82-58. Astros have never trailed and have led by as many as 29.
Good defense. Got his face in the way.
Daniel powers all the way to the rim.
He has again been a spark this evening. And he's a senior. Got to keep him playing.
He's in double figures.
On the floor.
Yeah, got a foul here.
I like how they're throwing it inside, though. You work on that inside-out game, I think. Going forward, you're going to need to do that. Maybe some games, if you're not shooting very well, you're going to need to go inside. As they're trying to get that lob. Or that.
Three-pointer. Andrew Brander, no. Rebound, long outlet, leads to a layup. That's Cody Ballou able to leak free. He's got 5 points to his credit.
Now all of a sudden we're down to a 20-point lead.
Marshall wants it, and a foul is called on the catch for an over-the-back.
Well, they're going to try and get it down, right? Get it down to, if you can get it down to 10 with about 3 minutes left, you might have a chance. Not going to give up.
Lampert going to check in. And Teek Getman, again after an abbreviated appearance, checks out. 3 minutes gone by, fourth quarter. Christian Brander got a good look there, but the three is no good. Daniel, another rebound, his eighth. And a good bounce pass. Layup, though, is thwarted. Bienvenu Cernuda trying to get out of a pack for Pinkerton. Good effort on the ground both ways. This one is still loose. Daniel whips it backdoor for Reese, and there's the layup.
Nice pass.
It's got this crowd fired up. It's got Coach Dunham animated on the Pinkerton sideline.
Under 20, 18-point lead.
It was 29 just a moment ago. Midway through the fourth quarter, Marshall determined to get to the rim. Count that. And the foul.
That's a strong move. You know, he had two guys on him. I think they were grabbing, reaching, fouling, hanging on him. Looked like Shaq on that play. What a good
29.
spin move. Watch this spin move to the basket. Goes up. Strong move to the hole.
29 now for the senior to go with 9 rebounds. Again, coming off a 52-point school record in the win over BG back on Friday night. Free throw is good.
On the fadeaway.
Gives him a cool 30. And an 85-64 lead now on the board for Pinkerton. Again, just over 4 minutes remaining. Astros have never trailed. Knocked down their first 5 to begin the game, all from deep. This one again ends up on the ground. Skips over near side. Daniel, long 2. You bet. Daniel with 12 off the bench.
That's a good 12. A very active 12. Active 12 off the bench.
Got 8 rebounds, too.
If they go inside again, he's got his man beat deep.
Marshall, good catch.
On the hole.
Yanked by Lampert.
That almost borders on a 2-shot or a intentional foul. Just grabbed him. Didn't really go for the ball at all. Watch this play again. You can see it. Grab. Right there's the grab. Doesn't go for the ball at all. That's intentional. 2 shots and the ball. And you have 3 refs. See, that's what I mean. Yes, he's a big guy, but he gets hit and fouled just like everybody else.
Free throw is going to roll around the rim and out. One more coming. Again, Astros looking for their 7th win out of the gate. Clippers, after winning their first 4 on the slate, hoping to avoid their first loss.
Well, again, they're down 20 again. They got to get it down to 10 here within about a minute.
86-66. Deep 3 for Reese.
I like
Just
it.
third from downtown. They've all come in the second half.
They're hanging in there, sort of.
86-69. Marshall wants it again, and again, he is grabbed on the catch.
That's now 2 shots there because we're at 5 fouls.
Yep. So bonus time, automatic 2 the rest of the way, 3:20 to go. So Marshall, who shot the ball well tonight, had an impact on the defensive end as well with 4 block shots. And, of course, always a presence on the window with 9 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Scoring in a variety of ways as well. You factor in the 3-point line and the free throw line.
I just love the fact that they've been going inside to him. I think you have to work on that to get better at it. We talked about this before. How do you pass the ball inside? There's an art to that as well, to being able to throw a good pass to your big men inside. Where does he want it? Does he hold his hand up high? Does he have his hand down low? Where does he want the ball? Where is he best with it?
Yep.
You got to practice doing that. And I don't think enough teams do practice doing that.
Thomas returns. Lampert is going to check out after picking up his third a moment ago. He's got Coach Gibbs smiling as he talks to the sophomore.
Be curious. They're up by quite a few, though. Maybe you think he might put some of those subs in and get him a little experience here in about a minute.
Here's Ludden, driving kick, extra pass. The dangerous Christian Brander has got another made three, his 11th from downtown. 36 points for the junior.
Wow.
Meanwhile, a foul here.
11 threes. Somebody's got to read that. That's going to be in the paper tomorrow. 11 threes.
Trying to remember the last time I had seen that.
I've seen 11 threes, and other than my girl, Caitlin Clark, I haven't seen 11 threes in a while. Caitlin Clark might have made 11 threes.
Right, maybe Clay Thompson, but
Clay and Steph, those guys, but not very many guys make 11 threes.
No. We did see at the local NCAA Division II level for St. Ansem College.
Oh, that's right. Recently, right?
Yes, former Exeter standout Josh Morissette hit 12.
That's right. He had 12. That's incredible, too. In a college game like that, he must have been on fire. Because they have another guy on the team that can
Tyler Arbuckle.
shoot just as well.
Yes, all-conference player.
Yeah.
But that night, it was Morissette's night. 12 made threes back in December for St. Ansem. But what we have seen tonight at the high school level, perhaps more impressive from Christian Brander of Pinkerton. Meanwhile, a sub, Ludden is going to sit, and he's got a big grin on his face as he slaps 5 with his teammates. He's going to finish in double figures with 10 points.
Yeah, he played well. There haven't been that many.
And Daniel is going to check out as well. A job well done.
He was really good off the bench. Maybe now you're just getting some guys in to give him some experience. He was really good off the bench. I think Pinkerton's going to try and get 100. You can feel it right now.
91-73. Make it 93-70.
93-70.
After that layup there from Marshall. And again, the interior pass on target there.
Got to keep practicing that if you can. Just keep working that. Go inside and work on that skill.
Little two-man game in the post. Little fadeaway up and in. Anthony Ferrola played hard off the bench, gets his first 2 of the night.
Even though they have this many points, it's not like the other team still has 72 points. That's
right.
A lot of points in a high school game here.
Brander short there.
A lot of points.
Rebound Ferrola. Ferrola all the way to the rim, and a foul is called in the paint against Pinkerton. That's Brady Sullivan. 6'1" sophomore
Brady
just checked
Sullivan
in for the first
again.
time.
He's the building guy, Brady Sullivan. We know it's him. Gotta
Right.
be related.
So we've got a couple on the way here for Anthony Ferrola.
I think we're going to have subs. We're going to have 3 subs come in for Pinkerton, and it's going to just sort of, I'm glad he's doing that, though.
Yeah, you
That's
see
good.
Coach Dunham slapping 5 with Jackson Marshall. The Brander brothers are going to sit as well.
Many opportunities against other teams to get, more records and more threes or whatever you want to do. But you got to be happy you came away with a win here against a really good Portsmouth team. That's a very good team.
Speaking of Portsmouth, we're going to try to track down Coach Gibbs after the game.
He may not be that excited, but I think he should, right?
Well, his team
publicize.
His team played hard tonight.
They did.
And a good chance to talk about the program in his first year. So we're hoping the former UNH standout will join us.
Absolutely.
Final 95 seconds here in the Port City. Drive and kick sets up a 3 for Capleton Laskazi, who is off target. The other way come the Clippers. Ball fake, 3. In and out, no. Loose on the baseline, collected by Portsmouth's Will Renna, who just came on, and he's going to find a way to get that one to go.
Got whacked by, who'd you say, Capleton?
Got fouled by Laskazi.
Laskazi.
As you can see there, hit across the forearm, but the youngster strong enough to get it up and in through the contact. So 93-76 as the Clippers look to shave a few more points before the final horn.
Sure, why not? Subs in there, making a difference, getting some rebounds.
The board goes to Pinkerton Sullivan.
B. Sullivan.
Drive and kick, and a travel on the catch against the
shuffle. The high school we're going to call that the high school shuffle.
Yeah. 11 turnovers tonight for Pinkerton. As we approach 1 minute remaining in this fourth quarter. A good effort tonight by the Clippers, but they trailed throughout. And are about to drop their first contest of the year. High arcing three is no good there from Farola. And the ball ends up out of bounds, or not touched, out of bounds in the corner. So back over to the Astros as we approach 50 seconds to go.
I always like when you get the reserves in, give them a little experience. You may need one or two of them at some point.
Yeah.
You know, for them to come in. So what if you get in foul trouble and all of a sudden you play a game and 4 or 5 guys have, 3 or 4 fouls? You got to get some of these guys in. Some are JV players. I get that. The swingers, as you call them.
Yep.
And you can see the game is a little bit different when the swingers are in.
Well, it looks like almost a stall offense here.
It is.
It'll be broken by a three. Lascazi tries to keep it alive. Molina is in the mix for Pinkerton as well. Molina rips it away from 2 Clippers in the post. And back out for a breath. Not for long. 3 up and in out of the corner for Jordan Sharp. Sharpshooting senior.
Oh, there he is.
Knocks down a 3, and that is going to do it. 96-76 is our final as Pinkerton improves to 7-0. Portsmouth is going to fall to 4-1. A good effort by the Clippers, but outmatched tonight by the sharpshooting of Christian Brander. 11 made threes. The junior finishes with a game-high 36 points. Jackson Marshall just short of another dominant double-double, 30-plus, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks. We'll get to all the stats. He may have 10. We'll double-check that. We'll, as I said, get the updated and final stats here in just a few moments. And we hope to speak with first-year Portsmouth head coach Tyrese Gibbs as well. All that on the other side. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, 96-76 is our final score. We welcome in Portsmouth first-year head coach Tyrese Gibbs. Coach, appreciate you joining us tonight. Your guys gave it a good effort. Pinkerton shot the lights out. Your thoughts overall on how your team played?
First and foremost, they're a really good team. They're really talented, 1 through 5. And we know that. We knew that coming in. But overall, I think my guys gave an okay effort. Obviously, not our best foot, but we just got to get back to the drawing board and keep improving. Like like I said, overall, they played hard, but it's not well enough to beat a team like that.
Coach, we're not sure if that headset
Let's switch. We'll switch. You
is
take
on,
mine.
so we're going to switch headsets for just a moment. I appreciate it, Justin. There we go. Much better. Coach, as you were saying, the three-point shooting, you can try to prepare for it. It's a whole different story when the game is actually happening. But it seemed like at halftime your guys did focus a little more on that perimeter defense, and that did slow down some of that three-point shooting.
I'm not so sure it was us. It might have been their game plan to kind of go inside in the second half and slow the game down to get Marshall going. But I'm just very disappointed with our effort in the first half, and that kind of set the tone, for the game. First 4 baskets of the game were threes, so that kind of set the tone.
Yeah, you've got seemingly a very strong sophomore class. 3 starters tonight. Your guy Ryan Schwartz had 15 of his 19 in that first half. It seems like those guys did not need a whole lot of time to get ready for varsity level action. Your thoughts on those 3 in particular and the sophomore class overall?
Obviously, Ryan's becoming a really good player for us. The sophomore class in its entirety is really, really strong here. And that class obviously with Miles Jackson and AT and those guys, they've been good here.
He played well, really well off the bench.
Overall, I think the future is bright here at Portsmouth. Unfortunately, we're in the present, and I'd like to win now.
Well, you're still 4-1, so not a bad start.
No, and the team that you played is really experienced. I mean, they have the best big guy in the state. You really can't stop him in the paint. He just happens to be able to shoot pretty well too. And you guys, you didn't shoot probably as well, but now you said second half, you got on him. Did you make adjustments at least to come out and kind of close out a little bit more? Or anything in the second half?
In the second half, I really just challenged my guys, and I said, listen, it's about pride at this point. It's about pride, and if you care about, winning or doing anything here at Portsmouth, this is what you have to, this is what you have to stop, the threes. Obviously, Pinkerton, we knew, is a monster coming in, and we just wanted to compete, and I thought, we did a poor job of that tonight. Obviously, I challenged those guys a little bit in the second half. We came out, we did better. But I think, the first 5 minutes of that game set the tone, and we just never recovered from it.
Coach, take me through, I'd say, the last calendar year or so. Obviously, your background as a player at UNH, you're in the area, and you take over a program that has had success in the recent years. How did you arrive here to Portsmouth, and how has the first few months on the job gone?
First few months have gone great. How I'm here is I coached last year at the University of New Hampshire under Bill Herrion. His contract was not renewed, so his whole entire staff was let go at that point, myself included. I stayed on for 2 months with the guys and did workouts and things like that to keep some basketball going in the program. And then when the new guy, Coach Davis, came in, he actually hired me on as his director of basketball operations. After we started talking, details of it, I was unable to take that job or accept that role. So, I was out of coaching. I wasn't planning on coaching. I was planning on spending more time with family and kind of getting away from it a little bit. And then this opportunity opened up. I live in Hampton, so I'm right down the street. It's local. I'm familiar with, Portsmouth. I'm familiar with John. John's a friend. I'm familiar with Jim and the great history here. And I thought, what better opportunity than, Portsmouth for a year.
Yeah. Well, UNH's loss is Portsmouth gain.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Coach.
I thought your kids played really hard. I didn't think they quit. Even though when you got down by, close to 30,
29
at one point. You made a run. We kept saying, okay, they're going to come back a little bit. And they did. They fought back a little bit. So I think you have that. You just got slapped in the face early. It was incredible.
Yeah,
I was telling him, I coached for a long time here. I've never seen anything like that. Not that many threes that early. I even told him, just knock them down. Just foul them. Just do something where you just disrupt rhythm. right?
You can't do that in basketball.
I know you can't. But it happened to me, so why can't it happen to somebody
my guys
else?
Wouldn't do that either.
I know.
They're not built like that. I wish they were. But
I know, right?
They're not.
Coach, we appreciate the time tonight. Thank
you.
you, and congratulations on a good start despite
Thank
what happened tonight.
Thank you.
And again, Tyrese Gibbs, first-year head man here at Portsmouth High. Pinkerton escapes with a win, 96-76. Some of the final numbers. Again, it was Christian Brander's night, the junior. 11 made threes on his way to a game-high.
It's incredible.
36 points. Jackson Marshall did end up with that double-double. 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots. Other Astros in double figures. Andrew Brander did it off the bench. 10 points, 6 of those coming since halftime. And the co-captain, Charles Ludden, ended up with an even 10 points. A couple of noteworthy efforts on the Portsmouth side as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Ryan Schwartz had a big night, 15 of his 19 in the first half. Princeton Daniel, the senior, came off the bench and really had an inspired effort, 10 of his 14 in the second half. So he kind of in early kept them in the game. In the beginning, I think in the first half, they got shot out. And I could feel, that was a tough interview for him to do. We don't typically interview a coach that loses after a loss, and we appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Right. I think it's great that he came up here. I tried to
right.
get a little levity in there with that, foul situation because I could feel his pain.
He's a competitor.
Yeah, it's really hard to go, to be at home and just get sort of drubbed early and go, my guys, we went over this. We knew that they could shoot, but we're not getting out and making them go to the basket. He knew what he wanted to do. They practiced for that. You can practice for this stuff. I've been there. But once you have to do it, and kids have to go out on the floor and execute what you practice.
There's no substitution for game
experience. No, and it doesn't – a lot of times what you practice doesn't carry over into the game with high school kids as easily as you think it does.
Right.
College kids, a little bit easier. But even you can watch, you got to get out, and you see other games where guys are shooting threes, and they keep shooting them. And they keep letting them get shot. So he has to convince those kids at some point you got to make them drive to the basket. If they play him again, you know what? I could see a different score. I could see a tighter game. They're going to get better as the year goes along. Only thing is Pinkerton might too. So we'll see. That was a impressive shooting performance tonight, though.
The Astros will return home on Friday night and play host to Keene. Portsmouth tonight marks the first of 3 straight at home. They will play Merrimack in this gym coming up on Friday night. Some final scores, kind of an abbreviated schedule tonight due to the early start and the weather situation. A lot of games statewide have been postponed. We do have one final from down in Division III. Belmont a winner over Guilford, 50-42. Justin, your final thoughts?
Well, it is a snowpocalypse again, so you got to be ready for that. My wife gets mad when I say snowpocalypse. But my final thought today would be I was kind of blown away by how well they shot the ball. We knew they could shoot, Pinkerton. We knew how they played. We knew kind of their style of play. The running situation is getting better. It's just the fact that they have so many guys that are so threatening on offense from 3. And if the only thing you have to worry about, if you don't shoot well, and there's going to be a game or 2 here coming up where they don't shoot well, just the way the law of averages works. They won't shoot that well. What are you going to do to offset, say, we're going to go inside to the big guy, we're going to try and go to the basket? Because when you play a Bedford team that's pretty good, you're going to have to play maybe Memorial that's, got some quickness. And
Nashua
North, who has some size if he stays in the game.
Yep.
So there's going to be some challenges for them. I can't wait to see him play, just the Bedford games. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's coming up next month.
Yeah,
Speaking of what's on the way, how about Friday night? We're going to be in Londonderry. I know that's breaking news.
Okay, that's breaking news for me, but I'll take it.
We will see Salem. They're an upstart team as well. Only 1 loss so far, and Londonderry has turned it around as of late, winners 2 of their last 3. So it's our first look at both the Blue Devils and the Lancers coming up Friday night. It's a 7 o'clock tip. 6:45 is our pregame coverage. I want to thank my man, Tom Kozlowski, the athletic director here at Portsmouth. Always say his name wrong. Kozakowski. Tom Kozakowski, who is one of the better ADs statewide, in my opinion, and always fun to work with as well, despite the challenging weather situation.
I know. Right now, I think we're good. We should be, when we go home, we'll see how it looks when we're just rolling home.
Right. All right, want to thank our staff here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire as well, our dual videographers, Kat Doyle and John Barron, doing a bang-up job as usual. Of course, the whole thing overseen by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. The executive producer is the big man in the big chair, Steve Beals. Down in the Sunshine State, but not for long.
I knew
He'll be
he was
back
coming
in the
home.
Shire
He's coming home
in a couple of weeks, so we look forward to Steve's return as well. All right, for Justin Gorham, my name is Nick Anastas, saying so long. Final score, final time, Pinkerton 96, Portsmouth 76. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.